golden rule is treat people.
You don't
how
even
you
know
want
what
to
it
be
is.
treated. No, that's the golden rule.
She's on a roll,
she
man.
Really
just let her have
I'm
it. She's on a roll.
God
ahead.
damn it!
I'm gonna stop.
She said the golden shower. Fuck the golden rule. I'm trying to break into the Pope conversation
We'll
with the
break
golden
into
rule,
it. Go.
and you're talking on the golden shower. I can't follow that with the Pope. You can't do that.
He probably familiar with it too.
Oh my God!
They be the worst ones.
Yes,
huh?
they just be pissing on everything.
We ain't talking about the fucking dude at the corner of Madison Christian Catholic Church. We're talking about the Pope of the world, nigga. The world, Craig. The Pope.
Oh, okay.
We talking about the Pope.
You don't think the powers that be the most nastiest ones?
I don't think that power that be the most the Pope.
Those are the ones that be.
I mean,
okay.
We're
their shit
talking
gets covered
about the
up
Pope.
real good.
Don't
We're
get me
talking
started because
about the
I
Pope.
like this Pope. I'm not even Catholic. I don't know anything
I
about
don't
the
even know
Catholic
this Pope.
religion.
So tell me about this Pope. Who is the Pope?
So the Pope, Pope Francis.
Oh,
He's a nice. He seems like a good one. He came to the United States for the first time that a Pope has ever done in the history of what is it? Catheism? I don't know what you call it.
That word he was trying to say, guys. Y'all look it up and post it.
I really don't know much about
No.
Popeism.
Like he came and touched Americans'
He said
hands. Like
Popeisms.
Popeism. Oh, I don't know about
That sounds like you belong in the corner somewhere making me some change, goddammit. Hey, bitch, get over there and do some Popeisms for me.
All right, Big Daddy.
hey, if any of our what do you call it? If we have any Catholic listeners or watchers right now, please
us
give
out.
us some help on what the Pope is and who he is and what he's done.
What is this?
What makes him so different from previous popes? Because I've heard that he's the most like Pope of our generation.
So people hate other popes? Like you don't? I mean, I thought you're supposed to like all popes. It's like saying.
I'm only saying what I've heard.
Well, this is what I heard. So the Pope made a very bold statement, which kind of made some sense to me. I don't believe in what he said, but matter of fact, guess what? I got a video for it.
The Golden Rule also reminds us of our responsibility to protect and defend human life at every stage of its development.
So did anybody make that out?
What
No?
did he say?
He
He
said
said something about a golden shower.
If I was selling to the Pope, I'd be, and you need some fucking life insurance because
No, he was talking about a
That is,
golden shower and a slice of pizza.
So a slice of I guess they're in Rome, Italy. They eat lots of
It
pizza.
sounded like he was about to tell me about the best spaghetti. I was
Are
waiting
we
for that
supposed
meat
to laugh
sauce.
at that?
That's so racist.
God damn it!
No, but no, it's not. No, I don't know what he said. It just sounds like something off The Sopranos. I don't get it. I don't get it.
That's not
Understand and get it.
Right.
Well, what he
New
was
word.
Yeah,
Hashtag
just
new
made
word.
it up.
Well, what he was saying is he was talking about that it is our responsibility to protect and defend human life at every stage of its development.
Okay.
Because every life is sacred, therefore the death penalty is basically bad.
Next topic.
That doesn't.
Oh damn! I thought
the
he struck a
Pope.
nerve right there.
Yeah, I
next
thought that. But okay, so my take on it, which is kind of cool because a lot of pro-lifers, Republicans, a lot of pro-lifers are about pro-life. Like, hey, do not fucking, this baby needs to live and give it a chance. But then when it comes to the death penalty, like, kill that motherfucker, like, kill him.
I'm confused already. A lot of Republicans are pro-life.
Pro-life.
But we out there killing people with their hands up.
Okay, now we're talking about that.
Yeah,
Are you going to talk about that? I don't know who they voted for. We killed. So let me go back. So a lot of let's
Go ahead, go back.
Okay,
Stop. I'll be quiet.
Take off your Farrakhan hat real quick, and let's just get into the whole.
Okay, I took it off.
It's off.
I'm gonna put on my.
She took it off.
hat.
So you have a lot of pro-lifers, and it's not a Republican, Democrat, just motherfuckers that believe in pro-life. Whatever you vote for, they're like, hey, you can't kill people, babies. Babies cannot die. They need to have a chance. It's not their fault that they're brought in the world in a horrible circumstances that they're brought into, but they need to come here, adopt them. That's their thought process. And then you have, when it comes to like the death penalty, like most Republicans support the death penalty. Like Y'all motherfuckers need to die. Like, die, goddammit. Like, you're taking up space and die. Fuck life.
Die now, Leroy.
God damn it. Yeah, you goddamn fucking coons fucking die. Goddamn niggas. Like, I don't know if to say it like that, but they want them to die, basically.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard, as the Pope is saying, that if you respect life, you need to respect it in all walks, in every developmental stage of life, whether it's young or old. So if you believe in life, giving people life, you shouldn't believe in giving them death. Basically, is what he said. So it's kind of like a good thought. I don't believe it. I think I'm not about pro-life. I'm about pro-choice. I believe that it is a choice of whomever is in that situation to make. And I believe that some motherfuckers need to get the motherfucking electrical chair, the injection shot by brigade and just whatever.
I mean, because you mentioned politics.
Love
so
politics.
A politician's view on pro-choice is these are future taxpayers, right? These are future taxpayers that we are killing off. Mind you, if they become successful, if they become okay, or if they're a piece of shit, these are taxpayers that pay our salaries, that pay for our planes, pay for our lands, and pay for our children's future that we're killing because you feel like you're not ready to raise a child. That's a politician's viewpoint. Also, from a politician looking at a prisoner, nigga, you taking my tax dollars. It's my tax. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Me?
I pointed right at her.
What
right?
the fuck did she do?
Taken.
But
nigga, I'm getting your salad, nigga, tonight. Right?
Watch your back.
But you see what I'm saying? Like a prisoner is taking tax dollars away from these politicians. So of course they're for the death penalty. Of course they want to get rid of these people. You're not bringing them any money. You're not contributing anything to our government or our society.
Well, I mean, but for the first 18 years of these little kids, I mean, they're fucking tax deductions. Like, they're fucking tax credits. Like, you're getting money back, so the government's losing money for the first 18 years. So, or 26 years, however long you can claim kids nowadays?
You can't claim to 26.
Yes, you can.
Yes,
to 26?
Well, you got to keep them covered under health care up until they're about 26.
26, 24, I think tax, yeah.
It's 26, yeah.
But the thing, I mean, that was a stupid comment. Yeah, I'm just saying. But but the thing is like, I think that it makes a valid point. If you believe in fucking pro-life, then you should not believe in the death penalty. If you believe people should live, and if you believe in rehabilitation and give the child a chance to do better and succeed, then you should give these rehabilitated, quote unquote.
What he's saying makes complete sense. That's all I got.
Simple, right? Like,
yeah, it's just
not really a long conversation.
To the point. If you're pro-choice, then yeah, from beginning all the way to the very end, to 100 years old or whatever.
Well, with that being said, he's trying to abolish death penalty worldwide, like, period. He's trying to be like, we can't do it no more ever in life. That's the point of him saying this. He's trying to abolish the death penalty. So politicians are like, oh, this is a great idea. Let's, and some hate it, some love it. So that's the relevance of what he said. What he said makes sense. It's like a voila moment.
So what's the alternative, I guess, if you're dealing with someone who is about to get the death penalty, and let's say the law passes, okay, we're not giving this person the death penalty or whatever the case may be, I don't know. But what's the alternative to the death penalty?
More prisons.
Okay,
Life.
So who's building those? Michael Jordan?
Not the Pope. He's going to pray on it. We'll figure this out somehow. Lord, show us the way.
We need more prison.
Yeah, he'll get his rosary and shit. He'll zoom. I don't know how they do that shit.
Damn, that's borderline.
That's
Disrespect.
Catholic shaming. That's Catholic shaming.
That's blasphemy.
Blasphemy. Well, the death penalty is. I think, like I said, I believe in the death penalty, and there's a gentleman, Cameron Terrell, that I believe should get the death penalty. And if I was a politician or a government official in California, I would fucking make sure he would get it. He's a fucking... Have you heard the name?
Yeah, but real quick, I don't want to say that I believe in the death penalty. I'm probably going to go... I
don't disagree with it.
I don't disagree with it, but I don't necessarily agree with it either at the same time. I just don't want to be killing folks. But then at the same... Let's just go ahead and just give they little asses. Let's make this little prison over here for the lifers. Let them go on over there and rot in jail for whatever it is that they did.
Okay.
You know, serve them ramen noodle every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know,
Ramen noodles kind of good. It kind of got me through years of college. Sorry, go ahead. I'll shut up.
let them put them over here. Let them be over here. And maybe not kill them. You know, maybe not. Maybe we don't have to kill them.
Well, I don't
just
believe
put them
that.
over here.
I don't believe that all of them need to die, but I believe there's
Yeah.
quite a few that are locked up and that need to die, that are on the death penalty. I think a lot of them need to. I don't say
Why
need
do
to die.
Why do you think they need to die? Why do you think they need to have the death penalty?
If you bring each case to me on individual basis, we can talk about it. I don't think it's for everybody, but I think there's I personally think that anybody that molests kids should die. Period. It's really no coming back from that. Like you should be.
Yeah, I
you
do
should
feel
be dead.
some type of way about that.
And I think child molestation and rape. I think those are the most heinous crimes ever.
Yeah.
More heinous than murder. I believe that people that do shit like that, they don't have no. And the reason why, let me finish. The reason why is that those are crimes that compound. You kill somebody, you may never ever kill nobody ever again. Rapists and molesters
Can
is
continue.
things that not only do they continue because they continue, but you're also breeding others that think that that's normal and they grow up to be rapists and molesters. So I think that needs to be just wiped off the face of this earth as fast. Pope, what kind of ideas do you have about that?
Well, I would say no.
A fucking
I
woman.
forgot I was
A woman
Pope.
pope. A black woman pope. You're lucky I gave y'all niggas a black president. Chill the fuck out.
Yeah.